I was on a call with one of my wife's friends, and we were thinking about why do a lot of people succeed and achieve a lot, but then suddenly we find them falling down, getting onto negative slopes. And the answer is pretty simple. It's actually our weaknesses that bring us down. And I have plenty of examples to share with you based on my experience on where I saw this principle applied the most. And the first one that comes to mind is when we were training for the competition with my Muay Thai coach. He told us, the thing that will make you lose the fight is your weakness. Even though you're the best and a certain thing, there is a high probability that your weakness is gonna make you lose. And I'm not gonna say that I lost the fight that I got into, my first Muay Thai fight, because of my weakness, but I think it was part of it when my shoulder was already injured, for example, and it just snapped in the fight, and then boom, it was my weak point. So the same applies to anything in life, right? We see a lot of, let's say, people succeed financially. They gain like success in business, but they might have fueled this success by getting addicted to a lot of things that kept them going. But then when they reach a certain point where they can't just get rid of this addiction anymore, it brings them down. And that's also to talk about myself and my journey. I know I'm documenting everything on this channel, and I try to tell some stories that are relatable and share my experiences so you can learn from them. So for example, I've been working on the product that I want to start selling, and I've been really good at building it and customizing it for each client that I service. But my main weakness is how do I get more clients? And that's why right now I'm working on my weakness, which is marketing, which is selling. And I believe when I have this full stack of skills, then I'll be able to not only build good stuff, but also be able to sell them. And this will serve me for the long term. It's like the foundation for my entrepreneurial career. And the last example I want to share is people who become masters in certain fields. Let's say they become masters in physiotherapy, in law, in architecture. They become those great people with very great skills. However, because they lack the ability to sell their skills and their mastery, they become poor for the rest of their lives. And they have those beliefs that are stopping them from learning about how to sell their mastery. Maybe those beliefs can be something like, no, I'm not a person to sell. I don't like pushing people. I don't like charging a lot. Or they come up with all these things, but at the same time they contradict with themselves by saying, hey, I'm not making enough money. Like, I have all this experience, all this skill set, but yeah, I'm not finding success in what I'm doing. And then they put the blame on something external. So I've seen this case happen a lot of times. But that's why it's very important to look at ourselves inwardly and put all the blame on ourselves, our weaknesses, know them, be aware of them, and then work on them to become better, and not just blame something externally, because therefore we're giving the power to something we don't have control over. And if that's the case, we won't live a life that's in our control in a way, right? Like, we're gonna get a lot of things outside of our control, and we need to know what is inside of our control and what's outside of it. So with that being said, question yourself, what is your weakness, and when should you start working on this weakness? Start ASAP, of course. But yeah, with that said, ladies and gents, I hope you found value in it, and also looking forward to seeing you in the next video.